When the temperature drops, it's not just water that freezes. The mind freezes too. Most people view cold as an external factor, but they are wrong. Cold is an efficiency thief that infiltrates your biological system. The laws of thermodynamics are simple. Heat always flows from hot to cold. If the outside is colder than you, the universe has sworn to steal your energy. The universe always collects its debt, with your warmth or with your life. The physics of heat loss, loss of efficiency. In the struggle for survival, there are three silent killers: convection, conduction, and radiation. Convection: the wind wipes the heat from your skin, instant and silent. Every gust is a theft of energy. Conduction: the ground sucks the warmth from under your feet. Concrete is particularly greedy. Stone, metal, wet soil, they all perform the same heist. Radiation: your body hurls infrared energy into space. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but you lose it every second, every minute. Shutterstock. Heat loss is a mathematical problem, and math does not care about your feelings. The universe makes no exceptions in your favor. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're scared. It doesn't matter if you're unprepared. Thermodynamics works. You either comply or you sleep. The moment you stop moving, your body enters survival mode. The autonomic nervous system takes control. Blood is withdrawn from the extremities. Look at your fingers, your hands, your feet. They are no longer yours. They are the statistical casualties of nature. The brain makes a calculation, a simple calculation. 5 fingers or 1 heart, 10 toes or 1 brain. The answer is always the same. The core is protected. The periphery is sacrificed. This is not a betrayal. This is a biological necessity. Evolution decided this 300,000 years ago. Your emotions do not get a vote. Your opinion was not asked, and it will not be taken. Hypothermic confusion. The real danger begins here. Hypothermic confusion. When your core temperature drops below 35 degrees, the prefrontal cortex fails. Executive functions collapse. Rational decisions are replaced by instinctive errors. Simple tests become impossible. Test yourself. A simple calculation. Count backward from 100 by 7s. 100, 93, 86, 79. If you can't, hypothermia has begun. Speak your full name. What is today's date? Do you know where you are? If you cannot answer these simple questions, your prefrontal cortex is failing. Why do people strip their clothes off right before they freeze to death? Paradoxical undressing. A well-known phenomenon in medical literature. When the mind goes bankrupt, the body feels like it's burning one last time. Vasoconstriction becomes so intense that the brain interprets it as overheating. The hypothalamus sends an error message. Hot, too hot, remove garments. Body temp, 32 degrees. But the brain says it's burning. The final movement is a hallucination. Frozen corpses are found, naked, half-stripped, because their brains told them they were on fire. In our protocol, there is no room for bankruptcy. Movement discipline. Sweat is the harbinger of death. For the prepared, there is one golden rule. Movement is life. However, uncontrolled movement. Suicide. A slow but certain suicide. In the cold, your greatest enemy is not the snow outside. It is the moisture on your own skin. Water conducts heat 25 times faster than air. Simple physics. If you sweat, you have built your own cooling system. In the middle of winter, at minus 15 degrees, you will freeze in your own sweat. 1996, January, Everest. A climber reaches the summit. Fast, too fast. He is sweating. He was wearing heavy layers because it was cold. But as he moved, his body heated up. He didn't remove the layers. He reached the summit. He stopped. The sweat was still keeping him wet. The wind blew. He died within 3 hours. Because he sweated? No. Because he didn't manage his sweating. Protocol. Control your heart rate. Slow enough not to sweat. Active enough not to freeze. Every step must be a calculation. Are you walking fast? Heart rate over 120? Slow down. Have you started shivering? Speed up. Is sweat appearing? Stop. Remove a layer. Proceed. Do not move until the sweat is under control. Unnecessary movement is wasted calories. And in a crisis, calories are your only true currency. The gold in your pocket won't warm you. Your currency won't warm you. Your credit card won't warm you. Your glycogen stores will. Your muscle tissue will. Your fat reserves will. The human body stores an average of 1,500 calories of glycogen. In a cold environment, your basal metabolic rate increases by 50%. You burn 3,000 calories a day just to exist. If you don't eat for 24 hours, glycogen is gone. Your body starts burning fat. Then it burns muscles. Finally, nothing is left, and heat production stops. Mental fortitude, the psychology of isolation. Cold erodes the will. You are alone in a white void, in the corner of a silent house. No electricity, no heating, only the storm outside. When the noise of civilization is cut off, the whispers of your own mind begin. Sleep a little, says your mind. Just 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes, the gateway to eternity. Sleep is similar to hypothermia. Body temperature drops, metabolism slows down. In each cycle, a bit lower. Finally, you don't wake up. Psychological barrier. The human mind under isolation generates hallucinations when it receives no data from the outside world. Your sense of time warps. Polar explorers call it the white darkness. No reference points, no horizon, just infinite whiteness. The mind is designed to find patterns. But when there are no patterns, the mind creates its own. A shadow on the wall, the sound of the wind. There is nothing, but your brain turns nothing into something, and what it produces is not always real. This is why routine is your only anchor. Look at the clock. What time is it? 14:23. Look again in 1 hour. Check your inventory. Water, 2 liters. Food, 3 days. Fuel, half a tank. No panic. Measure your temperature. 36.4 degrees. Normal. Measure again in 1 hour. Do not trust your emotions. Feelings are chemical illusions. Cortisol, adrenaline, just signals. Trust only data and procedures. Talk to yourself, out loud. It is 14:23. My temperature is 36.4. Water 2 liters. I am fine. I am in control. Your vocal cords are a reality anchor. When you hear your own voice, your brain connects to reality. It is a neurological bridge. Silence deepens isolation. Speak, sing, tell your plans, count your inventory, count out loud. This is not madness. It is cognitive protection. It is a survival strategy. Build small victories, an hourly goal, concrete goals, measurable goals. 1,500, a glass of hot water. Did you drink it? Good. 1,600, 10 crunches. Did you do it? Good. 1,700, inventory count. Did you do it? Good. Every completed task is a victory. Every victory contributes to morale. Every morale contribution increases your chance of survival. Willpower is a muscle. It strengthens with exercise. It weakens when you don't use it. Hourly small victories are willpower exercises, discipline training. Every small success sends a signal to the prefrontal cortex. You are still in control. The feeling of control feeds the perception of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy strengthens the will to survive. Willpower is a muscle. Exercise it. Are you a statistic or are you prepared? When the streets are filled with the frozen bodies of those who said, "Nothing will happen," the difference will be your discipline, not your gear. The most expensive equipment is useless in undisciplined hands. When fear takes over the hypothalamus, you start shivering. Shivering is your body's last resort, a flag of surrender, a biological SOS signal. Muscles contract, relax, 10 to 20 times a second. It produces heat, but it consumes energy, a lot of energy. Shivering consumes glycogen stores 400% faster per hour. Normal metabolism multiplied by 4. You shiver for a few hours, 2, 3, maybe 4, then it's over. Your muscles stop. No more energy. Glycogen is exhausted. Fat is inaccessible. Protein cannot be broken down. Heat production stops, and you freeze silently, feeling nothing, because your nerve endings no longer work. For the unprepared, winter is the beginning of an end. For us, just an efficiency test, a test of procedures, a test of discipline, a test of mental endurance. Every year, an average of 1,300 people die from hypothermia in the USA. 50% die in their own homes. 20% die within 100 meters of their homes. I'm close to home. Help will come. Just a little more. Then they freeze away. Help does not come. Or it comes late. Or it comes to the wrong place. In the 1990s, a study was conducted in Chicago on the homeless. 65% of the homeless who died in winter months were 500 meters away from the shelter. 500 meters. A 5-minute walk, but they couldn't do it because their decision-making abilities had collapsed, because their navigation skills were lost, because hypothermic confusion had taken over. Distance doesn't kill. Unpreparedness kills. Lack of planning kills. Lack of discipline kills. The survivor is not the strongest. It is the most adaptable. Darwin's rule applies in the cold, too. Physical strength exhausts after 6 hours. Adrenaline ends. Glycogen ends. Muscles start accumulating lactic acid. Performance drops. Strength disappears. Gear can be lost, can be broken, gets wet, tears, stolen, forgotten. But knowledge, it is etched in your mind. No one can steal it. Nothing can erase it. And discipline kicks in under all conditions. When you are tired, when you are hungry, when you are scared, always. Practice, now. Before winter comes, before the storm breaks, cut the electricity, turn off the heating, manage one night, see what happens. Which rooms cool down fast? Which corners stay warm? What is missing in your inventory? What is extra? What do you need? What do you not need? Don't let the crisis come before you know, because in a crisis, you act in autopilot mode. If you haven't memorized the procedures, panic takes over, and panic erases everything. Conclusion: knowledge is life. Keep your mind away from the ice. In the next protocol, we will examine the escape routes from this white hell: finding water, purifying water, preserving food, optimizing calories, producing heat, energy management, group dynamics, leadership, conflict resolution. But first, understand this: chaos is not outside. It is inside the unprepared mind. Panic does not come from the outside. It is produced from the inside. Nature does not care about your feelings. It does not pity. It does not forgive. It does not negotiate. It cannot be persuaded. The laws of thermodynamics cannot be suspended with a prayer. They cannot be changed with a wish. They cannot be bent with a hope. but they can be managed with knowledge. They can be controlled with preparation. They can be defeated with discipline. Every degree of loss is a war, and you have the data to win that war. Now, you must also have the discipline to apply that data. Cold is not an enemy. It is a test, an exam, a measurement, and tests make heroes out of the prepared. The unprepared? Statistics, numbers in cold weather reports, corpses in the morgue, tragic stories in the news. Choose which one you want to be now. Because when the crisis comes, you won't have the luxury of choice. Then only procedures work. You are either ready or you are not. Zero protocol. Stay ready. Stay alive.